sing a song of history long, a struggle for the borough we all love, the Rutherglen town, a town strong, whose people bear allegiance to the crown. In Rutherglen we've got Orangemen, whose patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the Orangemen in Rutherglen.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Orangemen from Rutherglen. As we begin to tell the stories of the Orangemen and women of Rutherglen, please give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and subscribe on YouTube to keep up to date with our latest content. Our first guest on the Orangemen from Rutherglen is an inspiration to many Orangemen and women from Rutherglen in 20 District. He's had over 65 years service to the institution, served as the District Master for over a decade and been a source of advice and guidance to many within our district. I'd like to welcome Brother David McFarlane from LOL 12. Hi Dave, thanks for choosing to come on to Orangemen of Rutherglen, and just want to see your wee stories of today and share all your insights of what it was like growing up as an Orangeman. So you've been an Orangeman for 65 years. How did you start off being an Orangeman?
How did it start? Well, I was working, I worked outside all my life in the building trade, etc. And I met friends that were Orangemen. So we all got to know one another, and I joined actually through the fellas I used to work with. And we way back in 55 and such, and I've been there ever since. And 21 District, I was there for 3-4 years, and then from there I met brothers from camaraderie, Govan, through the Glasgow Rangers, full name, and we all decided to go and join the Rutherglen because we all stayed in Castlewood, so we all joined in number 20 District then, 3 years ago, yeah.
Right. So you just joined basically because the people you worked with and just all became friends and just sort of joined Rutherglen together?
That's it.
So you just joined through being friends and working together? That's mainly made you
we became kind of personal friends because we all stayed in Castlewood with our wives and that, and we used to go to, we started at the club many years ago. We all used to go down there on a Saturday night, and every Saturday night with our wives after we came back from the football. Then we used to go down, the men used to go down on Sunday on that, and we were quite happy to be there with our brothers and sisters in 20 District. But the social club is a very, very important thing towards the district because Brother John Anderson Senior was the president of the club for 22 years and the district master for 7 years, and he was a great Orangeman I've ever met, alongside Aggie Foster, another great Orangeman for so many years, a master number 12 and the district also, and then Brother Montgomery and all his brothers. So it was a very, very happy time in my days in 20 District, and it's been a pleasure to meet all my brothers and sisters. I've met so many, there are not so many left now, but in my day it was really good. I remember roughly about 500 or 600 members in 20 District when we were all together there. And the other district masters were really, really stout men, and the brothers and sisters were really, the sisters, being honest with you, were really strong, big lodges, like 100 members and 80 members and that, and so many years gone by, and great Orangewomen and the brothers then, all men and wives and other families are all Orangemen in 20 District then when I was there at one time. It was a great honour to be there. Yeah.
What do you think is the best thing about being a member of the Orange Order?
I think the best thing about being a member of the Orange Order is to meet good friends that you've known, maybe through other different things. When you become an Orangeman on that and you listen to the lectures, especially when they tell you about the Orange Order and William Prince of Orange, way back in all these years ago, and we've been there on Belfast many a time, walking parades with Orange and the Black Institution, and I think it's been an Orangeman. We met great friends in my life, and my friends then were really true friends all our life, until they all passed away in the latter years there, was to be a member of the Orange Institution, and also to go way back then, when Cathedral Street was the headquarters in Glasgow, when we used to go up the Grand Lodge up there with Mr. Baxter, was one of the Grand Master on that, and it was a great honour to be invited there to the Grand Lodge office. There was no County Grand Lodge then, it was all Grand Lodge, and one of the Grand Master, Brother Baxter, was one Orangeman, being honest, he was proud he could sit there all day and listen to him, and the brothers he met, I met Stuart Aiken there, away back and all the brothers I've met in the Grand Lodge over the years was really good. As I say, there was no County Grand Lodge then, it was just Grand Lodge, and we all met in Cathedral Street many years ago. It's a pity today it's not there anymore.
You said that you used to go to Belfast. Did you used to walk with a certain lodge in Belfast, or did you all just go over together and then walk, or there was a specific area of Belfast you used to walk in?
No, what we done, we went Orange, maybe so many, and just joined one of the lodges here, which was nice and handy for us. And we used to travel with the ship, the boat, 2 ships, the Scotsman and the Orangemen. That was the 2 ships that took you back and forth to Belfast. And one was in Belfast and one was in Glasgow, Brimilaw. And we used to leave here at 9 o'clock at night, and arrived there at 6 o'clock in the morning, after walking all the way down the Gallagate right in the Brimilaw, where we got the ship there at 9 o'clock, we sailed away, and we arrived in Belfast at 6 o'clock in the morning and paraded from there. On that, we would go to the Master's house in Belfast, celebrate the parade, and we stayed maybe in one of the hotels or something, in case you be, and then made our way back home on Saturday night at 9 o'clock and arrived back in Glasgow at 6 o'clock on the Sunday morning when we used to go by the ships. Yeah,
a lot of travelling.
a long day.
Definitely. So I say that you were a member of LOL 84. What made you transfer to LOL 12?
Well, actually, when I was in the Lodge 84, I joined that because I worked with the brothers in. It was in Tollcross Lodge. We actually sat in Masonic Halls in Fullerton Road, and I sat in the Lodge of 84, number 84. We had the biggest lodge in Scotland, 204 men, when I was in 84. And the Mother Master was Brother James Russell, and also the District Master was James Russell, and 3 brothers was all office bearers of Lodge 84. And I met a lot of friends in the Tollcross area for many good times, and it was a great pleasure to walk alongside them. But once we met my friends from Castlemilk and such where I stayed, and we all decided to join the 20 Rutherglen district because it was very handy for us. And Brother Brown left Camerslag Lodge, Brother Toner left Governor Lodge, Bobby Stevenson, he joined the lodge through the social club, and that's where all became members of Lodge number 12. And we worked there for many years, the great Orangemen. The longest master in 84 was Brother Carreras of 32 years on that service. One time he was on the Barra, and then from there we worked on. I worked under Brother John, Brother Foster, and his brother John Foster. Bobby Holmes was the master. Brother Foster was the district master and the master, and all these brothers, Brother Shuey Tona and Brother Stevenson, were all really staunch oarsmen. We all met there on Saturday nights. I say we were good ladies, and we worked together for many years, many times. Yeah.
Excellent. You served as well the Master of 12 and the District Master of 20. Excuse me, sorry. What do you think made you so successful in the roles as well the Master both as of 12 and of 20 District?
Well, as I say, number 12, we just sat there and, you know, you worked alongside the brothers. It was a great pleasure to go down to the Rutherglen district, because there was no social club then. It was just a hall. It was built with Stuart Aiken, a past class district master. And we sat there and just things went along and such, and then he became appointed a substitute master of number 12. Was that for quite a few years. Brother Tommy Brown was a deputy district master above me, and Brother John Foster was a worthy master. And then when Brother Foster retired on that, Brother Jimmy Montgomery became a master. Brother Tom Brown did not get the chair he was looking for, and he stepped down. I became the deputy district master, and Brother Montgomery was 10, 11 years, so the master, and then I was appointed worthy district master. I became the worthy master of number 12, and I was there for 3, 4, quite a few years. And then when Brother Montgomery actually he stepped down from that, became a worthy district master, and I was that for 10, 11 years. And, but number 12 has always been a very, very special part of my heart, because people say, called us a dirty dozen. We used to say the perfect dozen. We had more district masters than any other lodge in 20 district, and we were great workers for the district also, and it was a great pleasure to be there with them. And my personal opinion is it take one duffel place to beat 20 district, and the worthy masters and office bearers and the sisters of 20 district were tremendous. I mean, some of them done 20 years, 30 years in positions, high positions, that worthy misses and misses. And it's a very, very proud place to be working.
You spoke there about Brother Montgomery. Was he a hard act to follow to become district master? Was he hard to follow?
Well, it's always hard to follow to be a master anyway. A lot of people think it's very, very hard. It is hard. The first year you sweat a bit of blood, as I keep saying. Second year you begin to settle down. Third year you're kind of on your way. And if your members are good members and they work with you and they do go by the rules and everything else, to be honest with you, it is really a pleasure to do that. And once again, members, as I say, have stayed there a long, long time, and they're very, very well thought of. And some members really and truly, being honest with you, never really got the chance to become a worthy master or a worthy missus in that level. And that's a very, very great thing to be at a high position. You're not any better than anybody else, but you're there because they want you there. And I think, be honest with you, it's a pleasure to serve them, in my opinion. Yeah.
You were made worthy district master back in 1990, the year after I was born. Can you still remember how you felt being elected worthy district master?
Well, as I say, I was a number 12 with Brother Jimmy Montgomery, and when he left the district, before that he actually says to me, you say when, and I'll step down, and I say to Jim, no, I says, you do the talking, I'll do the walking. And we did that for many years. Jim was there for 11 years, the worthy district master, and I was actually proposed. I was a deputy district master, and I was actually proposing, seconded by the members of 20 district, and it was a great honour there. I thought really 10 years was quite enough, because I was getting a bit old then, and walking and meetings and such and such. To me, the odds on it is mostly about meetings, going there, finding out what's happening and see things going. Walking the streets does not prove you're an Orangeman. To be there among your brothers and your sisters is a great honour, and it's a great pleasure to work with them. Many a great time I had visiting my ladies' lodges, etc. Got invited here, get invited there, and I thought very much, and I think I was very well liked among the district members. Some members don't like you because maybe you don't like you going by the rules, what you're supposed to, but I always try to go by the rules, and it's been a great pleasure to be a worthy master of 20 district and I'm very proud to say that today.
Definitely. 10 years long time. Do you have a most memorable parade that you ever done as Worldly District Master? Is there anyone that sort of stands out, or what your best parade was being as District Master?
No, I don't think there's any special parade really truly, but every parade to me was special, especially when we used to coming down towards a Glasgow Green, wherever this case would be. The one Grand Master was there, or the County Grand Master, and so, and they would say, now here comes 20 District. You felt that 10 feet tall. I'm only 5'6", but I felt 10 feet tall. Master always said, now here comes 20 District, and we're very, very proud to be part of that. 20 District was actually formed way back long before my time from members from Anderson District. There was no Rutherglen District. There's 3 lodges came from the Anderson area, and one was number 12. I can't mind the other 2, but to say that from there it's been on and on and on. Number 12 has never been a big lodge. 60 members at the most has been that. Other lodges have been bigger and bigger, but to walk in front of 20 District and to walk in front of the Orange institution with my colours and my hat was a very, very proud day in my life, and I've enjoyed it every day I was here.
Definitely. You're a well-respected Orangeman with the young and old members of District 20, including myself and Brother Smith. Excuse me. Do you think it was easier to serve in high office with your wife Betty being by your side, being an Orangewoman? Do you think it was easier to do a lot more and serve so long in the Orange with your wife understanding what the Orange is about as well, because she was a great Orangewoman as well to the district?
Yeah, well, my good lady Betty was a member of the Orange institution for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, I was married to my lovely Betty for 67 years, and Betty used to go and see the Orange parades from Cathedral Street long before I ever did. And once we got married a long time ago, on that, when she joined the institution, she used to be Cathedral Street, Cashmore, and then Rutherglen. But to be together and once so many meetings, I used to do 2-3 meetings per week at times, and Betty never says one word because she knew what it was all about. I think you've got to have your partner in life to understand what you're in it for and what you do for it, and they appreciate that to help you to. Many a time she helped you financial wise, etc., and so on, and all the years, and to be there with you was really great indeed. She loved it herself, like I have done for all these years, and we used to work together, and that was really, really good, because to me it was very, very easy to explain things to her if you did do this and do that, when a lot of other people couldn't accept that because they care less. But Betty was always 100% Orange through her heart, like myself, and it was very, very great to work with her, and I loved her so much for that also. Yeah.
Nah, she was a great woman, she really was. What's been your most memorable moment as an Orangeman? Would you say you've got one moment in your Orange career that stood out and made?
You know, there's that many moments as an Orangeman, really 3, my young brother. I think maybe one of the best days of my life to be an Orangeman was when I was in number 84, when I became the Chief Marshal of 84, when we had 204 men in it, and to walk along there we used to carry canes, like walking sticks as marshals, and we'd be back with 6 marshals in each side, prison marshals in the lodge, 6 at each side, and walking along there. And to me, really, really, truly, it was a great, great honour to walk alongside the members of Lodge 84, Brother Russell, etc. And also great honours to be at their bereavements, they carry their coffins, and I remember every one of them was brothers, 4 of them all together was Lodge 84, all office bearers. But the greatest one of the moments in my life was to become the Chief Marshal of Lodge 84, and that was very, very, very honourable. I love that, yeah.
Brilliant. Excuse me, sorry. They say the Orange is obviously we're trying to get younger members in. It's hard to get young members through to join the Orange Order. What advice would you give young Orange men and women just beginning their life in the Orange Order?
Well, if you're going to be a member of the Orange Order, you've got to put your heart into it. You don't just go to one meeting a month and miss a meeting, and don't so you go every chance you get to go anywhere at all that you're invited to, go, learn. You could be 100 years old, you're still learning about the Orange Order, like life. But to be an Orangeman, you've got to give it 100%, no 50-50 or 25. To be a good Orangeman and for your country and stand up for the Mass of the Queen in this country and obey the rules of the Orange institution and the law, then that is the greatest thing you'll ever do, to be an Orangeman. And you can be proud of that when you pass away, and people that know you will be proud of you also. But if you're not a good Orangeman, nobody will bother with you anyway, so you're wasting your time in the first place. So I think if you join the institution, put your heart into it and be the best you can and work the best you can and be friendly the best you can. Forget jealousy and such, be an Orangeman and work together, and it's the greatest thing you'll ever be. In my life, I've been a long time an Orangeman, and I'm very proud to be. I've met great Orangemen, met great Grand Masters, I've met Grand Mistresses, and I've walked with Grand Mistresses and Grand Masters stay up front, and it's been a great honour to do that, even in Belfast and all over the place, such and such. To work alongside these high office bearers is a really pleasure to be, and you feel very good indeed.
Just well, see when you're talking about your parades, was it only really sort of Scotland and Belfast you done parades, or did you ever parade anywhere else over either the UK or in the world?
No, not really, no. Just Belfast, Scotland, England, you know.
Not you go to England, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we worked in England. We actually had an invitation from the brothers in what did you call it? City Bit Puskin. I was doing in England. I used to go down with a bus. Weekend. I'll forget any of that. We were invited there. It was a lunch. Actually, a lot of the guys came from Cambuslang area, Blantyre area, and they were doing there to work in England. And he started a lodge here. They used to sit in the Rangers Supporters Club in the city centre, and God, city bit. And we were invited down there with this lodge. Brother Montgomery and myself, and Brother Montgomery couldn't manage that. He went with Lodge 2460, an anniversary parade somewhere, and I represented 20 District, went down, and my good lady Betty, and we promised him when he asked me to say a few words, he'd be back next year with a busload, and we'd done that for about 4 or 5 years down there, and it was we down and paraded the Saturday, walked round about there, stayed overnight and came back home. It was a great weekend for a lot of members, and we used to fill the bus every time we went there for 50 members, something like that, at £50 a head, and I think most of them all enjoyed it anyway. Good times, yeah.
Perfect.
Rutherglen, we've got Orangemen, this patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the Orangemen and Rutherglen.
Hello, welcome to the 20 Social Club.
The 20 Social Club are opened at the moment and are committed to following all government restrictions to provide a safe environment for our customers. Therefore, some aspects in our advert, such as live entertainment, may not be available until restrictions are lifted. Please remember facts for a safer Scotland. Wear a face covering to protect yourself and others in enclosed spaces. Avoid places which may be crowded. Clean your hands thoroughly and regularly. Keep a 2 metre distance from other people. And self-isolate and book a test if you show any symptoms. Stay safe, protect others, save lives. Our town, our culture, our traditions, our history, our members. For the first time ever, the members of Rutherglen Orange and Purple District 20 can tell their stories to you as part of Rutherglen's first ever podcast. Join me, Jason Hamilton, as I meet the Orangemen from Rutherglen at 6 p.m. on the first Sunday of every month, live on the District's Facebook, Twitter and YouTube pages.
Rutherglen, we've got Orangemen, this patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the Orangemen and Rutherglen.
You've definitely been an inspiration to myself as an Orangeman. Also, I've now been in the Orange maybe about 13 years or something now, and I still remember my first ever meeting with you, sitting inside the Orange Halls in the hall at the meeting. And I remember needing the toilet. I was bursting for the toilet, and I remember you turned going, "You alright, son?" And I was like, I'm alright. I was just really nervous. He says, "Do you want to go to the toilet?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine," because I was really, really nervous. And you stood up for me, said to the master, "Can you go to the toilet?" and followed me in, and it just doesn't, I won't forget that moment, because I was that nervous and somebody else going, "Do you want to go to the toilet with you?" But it was great. But I know for myself and Brother Smith, and there's plenty of other members down the district, that you're an inspiration, as well as your wife Betty as well. We're great to us all, and I know that if anybody can watch this and listen to the stories, they'll be definitely inspired by yourself as much as me and Brother Smith were. And I'd just like to thank you really for allowing us to come to your home and give you an interview and probably give you insights to your time in the Orange, and we really do appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Well, I remember, by the way, when you got that, just kind of go away, ready for a smoke. I remember that very well indeed. No, it's things. I think really true. The Orange, you know, it's a thing. It's entirely different. It's entirely different altogether, you know. See, at one time, 255 office bearers used to go into the committee room and came out with swords, like guards, you know, put them into their positions in the chair, you know. And I went, what sort of Sibby, this is no thing you do in the Orange institution, you know. But 255 did all these things different from everybody else. That's the knowledge that ever did that. Masonic did that and all these other ones, you know. But no, not the Orange institution, you know. But to be an Orangeman, I mean, there's members below here, oh, how many, God, we Tommy Strong and all these boys, and they all did everything for nothing in the club. There was no club then, it was just a hall, you know. And me Tommy Strong, he was a hall keeper for years and years and years, and the district secretary for years and years, under about 4 or 5 district masters. But he never got a penny for it, he just did it because he was an Orangeman. That's what he done. He did that. And he all did things, you know, but now everybody wants pine. Oh, what should we get? Pine at the door. And at one time, when we did open the club on that time, because we got the thing we have to Dickie on the Corrie Bar, and I used to say, sell drink, you know, me dances and things. And outside the club that Saturday and Sunday night, when it opened, you were queuing at the pictures. And you had to have your card, and you didn't get in the door, you know. And old Tommy would say, all cards must be shown, and so. And once it was full, that was it, you didn't get in. I remember one time, 2 old guys went out, I think they were playing bingo, and I came Jim Stiller and his wife, and I was on watching the door, and I said, what's 2 minutes out, and you come. I got told not to do that again. Well, once you go, don't let him be in again. So I said, I'm only thinking of the club, you know. Old John, he was some man, he was 22 years, the president of the club, you know. 7 years in district master at the same time. That'll never happen again. But John says, don't do that again, he says, because I said, I'm not taking the club member. But it was great. But if you're on a committee, there's only 4 men for each lunch. Men. There was no woman on the committee or nothing. And old Tommy's called him Top Cat. Can I get away, John, I'm going to Rangers, that you're a Rangers reporter, you're a member of the club, make your bloody mind up. And I says, can I go, John? I'm the same. That's what you're going to But that's what you were. And you done 2 nights duty on the committee every week, you know, 2 nights a week. So you told what nights you went, and so. And that was you. At one time we needed to go to the bar, and once you opened the bar, it was waitresses used to come and serve you in the big hall, you know. That big lounge was there at the time. And it was waitresses used to come and just go like that. And we bugged them all right, you all got good service, you know, didn't bug them, did you? But it was good. And you know, that, where that side is, facing that, across that kind of thing built, that kind of toilet, that was a ladies' toilet over there. You know. The gents' toilet was on the east side, where the kitchen is, and there was a cloakroom there, and so. That was the gents' toilet, and that was the door coming before they bought that big bit there. You know. We bought that big bit, it cost us 60 grand. We got a loan against the club. They put the Bobby Gilchrist, he put the club up for as a guarantor because he was the treasurer, and when they built up the big lounge thing with social and didn't open that, and but it's changed altogether, the club. And the ceiling has been lowered twice to accommodate new tiles and all that on it. So. The arch, all that was built with a member of the Glasgow City Council, Agnew Foster, the district master, got that done, and Billy on the wall is Agnew Foster's and all. He put it on there. But the arch was done with a guy at the Glasgow City Council, and I've repeated that twice on it because it gets worn away 8 times, you know. Some people, I used to take it off, it all comes to the bits, and take it in the garage and paint it in the garage and put it back up again.
That's
once when they paint their back at white, you know, once it was done, and it shows it nice. But it was done, Agnew Foster got that done.
That's brilliant.
And when they call him a lodge for Cabslang, they came in and they took a photo and they got one made, the same as it in the Onshaw Castle in Cabslang.
Oh, did they?
It's a wee one compared to yours, you know.
Right.
Yours is a big one.
That's brilliant.
Agnew Foster, as I say, it all comes with the wee bits. You know.
Okay, that's excellent.
But it's a lovely hall.
That is lovely. To be fair, it's arguably
A lot of what was put in that bits of side area, you know, used to be a wee committee of everyone on such and such, and a lot of guys didn't work for nothing in there. The plasterers and the plasterer was and so and all this. Me Tommy Strong and on and the flare and all this. And so we used to put, a certain night we used to put sawdust in the flare. So we think with it, we got Lindsay on it and scattered on it, and then Sunday morning went in. We used to go down Sunday morning, brush it all up. We used to put in a big drum, and the Lindsay used to polish the flare and keep it thinking, you know. And we put it in there, and somebody says, "You better get rid of that drum because it could go on fire." And somebody did throw a cigarette in a wee kind of paper bin just at the barrier, and it did burn the flare, and that was sort of, you know. But it's been a lot of work done there, but it was all done by members themselves, you know.
Just all sticking by each other.
Sisters and that. And sisters didn't. Tommy Strong's wife and Molly Chalky White, you called him Chalky White because his name was Molly White. They called him Chalky. So they used to do the cloakroom. You put your cloakroom in, they give you a ticket, you know. And their wives used to make your tea, you know, and you come back to the Rangers. They came back at maybe 5 to 5. But the club was shut to 5 o'clock. It shut at 2:30, you know, at 5. And we come back and they let us in, and they go right out. They hid the goat. Come back inside and we go. That's what you used to do.
No favouritism back then. You know?
But the club was, all the members were all voluntary. All voluntary. The first time, like office bearers, secretaries, treasurers and so on, they all got an honorarium. I never got an honorarium. And Shooty Aiken says, one year she said I had to be £25. I said, for what? He says, because I was a district master then. I said, I don't want that. I said, get to the kiddies and so. I don't need that. So take it anyway, everybody else takes it. So they did. Big Monty on them took it. Shooty Aiken was a district master for 7 years. So was John Anderson. Monty was 11 years. He was the longest. Jim Montgomery. I was second longest. I was 10 years. And I said, I don't want that. Said, take it anyway. But they gave me £25 for expenses. So I didn't want it, but so I just took it and drunk it. Did a walk.
Went back into the club.
No, I've had many a happy time in 20 this year. I'm proud of an Orangeman, yeah, sure.
Definitely.
I tell people that, I say, no, I'm an Orangeman. And I don't care who likes it or no, but that's what I am. And that's the way I'll go, my good lady Betty. And she went to glory, and she wanted it. And that's the way she went. No, as I say, your question earlier, when you're working together, you know, you're in it, it's easy, you know. Same your wife's knowing it, your partner's knowing it. You can do it again, you do. It's only common sense. But Betty never says one word to me. You go, I better give a cut of bomb skin, you know. Because you're a bloody fortune, you know. Good here. Brian Duffin, I used to take Brian Duffin up to Grand Lodge in here, He's a good Orangeman, he's Brian. Definitely. Brian Duffin, and I've never seen him lose his temper. He's cool, you know, he's not like me, he's cool, you know.
No, yeah, it's great as well.
He's a great guy, Brian. But he does the mix. He does the mix, he's a 213 man, you know, he is. Yes, he's a good man.
That's it.
He's good to work with because, like him and Shooty Aiken, he was a treasurer and Brian was a secretary. They prompted me at all. It was easy, you know. If you got a good secretary and a good treasurer, you don't need to worry, you know.
That's it, definitely. All right, you know.
But as long as, sometimes you've got to pull people up, like Finlay or argue with George Thingman, so on, and such and that. And you get some of these stupid members being always seen, and you pull them up and don't like it, or it's kind of carry. But that's the way it is, you know. And, yeah, if you don't do that, because somebody used to put him, you just kind of go, you know, I mean, they'd be there. So, but it is a thing. You're talking about a lot of members, you know, and women, you kind of leave them. It's a peach, you know. I used to go to all their meetings, but you don't really, as long as I'm there, maybe. But some of the misses here, like I've been there 20, 30 years, much smaller and all that. Yeah, she was Mrs. for over 20 years. And I think she was 30 years, Mrs. Long time,
It's long, isn't it?
Mrs. a brilliant Mrs. you know.
Definitely.
They're well thought, you know.
Oh, definitely.
I always wanted me to be a Mrs. but she got, but she was in 173, they put her name up and me, my sister Mackay, she went with one vote. And one of the young boys, Monty was here and I was here, this, I can't remember. And he says, I think Betty won that vote, you know. But I can't say because she's my wife, you know. And Monty says, well, I don't know anything about the woman's odds. I went, and but she would have been the missus. And I liked that. But she was happy being the secretary.
She loved being the secretary and she loved it. Especially
the secretary, she was good at that, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Not like me. I just scrub it, didn't I? Just go,
That's just the highest, isn't it?
I tried to take my memory.
No,
I'm not very good at writing, you know. Especially when somebody's talking, because you need a shorthand, don't you?
I know, it's quite hard at times,
What
isn't
you
it?
say? But I've enjoyed it, yeah. I've met great friends. My pal, Cameroon died at 46, my pal. And I miss him, there's all there, we two together. And he was a great guy, you know. Big Booty used to hit him and I used to boot him. He was a great guy, you know.
Always have each other's backs.
46 he died.
Yes. Young.
John Forster was a great guy, I know, you know. And he died, John died 60 years ago. They're all away.
Nah,
Big
they're not.
Toad and Stevie and Murray. They're all good guys. Their wives never any hassle, you know. Or any good, you've seen their wives, what their wives all together, smashing.
Just that's good, isn't it?
You were really good. Okay, Cassie Bolton. Isabel, she's still up there yet. Her wee daughter, she's Liz Land, she's still not sure. But Tom Brown was, he was some guy, you know. But you've got to plod on. Sometimes somebody says things and does things, you know, and especially with a district master. See, some people come on and say, can I speak to you? Privately, you know, and we go down and just talk to them privately, every problem. And you tell them what you think and what you were thinking. And it's quite good, you say, oh, thank you very much. It helps them, you know. But, I mean, I'm not a lawyer or a philosopher. I'm just a guy like everybody else. But I tell them what I would think that day. Yeah. No, I've loved Orange Order. I've always been, it's been a big part of my life. I love it, yeah.
No, we do appreciate you again taking the time to actually come and speak to us, well, for us to come and speak to you and share your stories. It's been really enjoyable, so thanks very much.
You're welcome. Good. It's good to know these boys, it's good. But as I say, Jason and Davey, it's a thing, you take part in it, and there's good and bad and ugly on every side, you know, and there's a lot of people in the Orange Order that shouldn't be there in the first place, anyway. As I say, a lot of lodges are just trying to fill the ranks again, aren't they? With the numbers in. I mean, you're better with a dozen good men and 20 bloody bad men, ain't you? Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Better with good quality, good men. It's good Orangemen, you know, and say I'll do this and I'll do that and do it for the cause, and you don't do it for money. Money's a big thing in their life, I know that, because I've been there, but to do it for the cause and for the institution is a great. And you'll meet some smashing guys like I mean, big Wally Armand or them, they're all governed men, you know. They've been big lodges for the districts for donkey's years. John Thompson or right hard men, you know. John Thompson, he was some hell of a man too, you know. He was the president of the club and the county master.
Aye.
Never know. John Thompson, right? But he was a painter. He worked for a copy.
Oh, did I?
He was a good guy, but he was strict. You know, he's a right government man, you know. But government has got big, quite a pedal or in the bit to government. It's a big
area, isn't it?
But it's not passing 20 districts. 20 districts, I think it's the best 20 districts. I think
definitely.
So.
I could definitely
It
agree
really
with
is. I was the Rebel Shoot Aiken, was a district master when it was built, you know. But it was built when he was a district master, you know. That's why I've got his photo above the door.
Aye.
Fair enough, but no, it's a smashing hole. But it's been takes a lot of maintenance to look after
Definitely.
it. So that, you know. And but we opened the club. The club's a different thing altogether. And we worked really hard for that. And we used to do a lot of work in it. But John Anderson, John Anderson, the other one. And he was also the president of the Clyde Club across the road.
Oh, was it?
Aye, and his pals, they were he was a 246 man. And he says, why don't we start a club of our own in Orange Hall? And that's how we started it.
Ah, that's brilliant.
John did that. That's just a one time. The other way comes first, family comes first. He says, no, my club comes first. So he did. Baby never put a sign outside the door. We're talking about putting Orange Club outside the door. He says, no, we're not doing that.
Just
A tenant sign or anything like that. He says, just keep it the way it is.
just a bit.
That was, but he was 22 friend of the club, yeah, 22 years.
I know.
He's a smashing guy. But he died young. They were died in their 60s, you know. I'm a bit old, sorry. I got a bus in there. No, they've been great guys. But they worked hard for the district, and
No, definitely.
that's who we're in. As a matter of fact, I mean, used to invite them. Used to go on John Thompson, County Master, and so, Grand Master Tommy Orr, Grand Master, he would come be Grand Missus. Used to invite them down to our district ball. We used to all dress up, you know. The ladies are all dresses on, and do the walk in with denims on. The district ball was ridiculous. And sell it, and we used to also invite them down. And they always say, thanks, it's a pleasure to come to 20 district. Did, honest.
That's great, isn't it?
You know, it's lovely. Oh, it's a lovely big hall up that's done, you know.
It definitely is lovely.
It's really, really good.
But we do appreciate your time, definitely. We do appreciate your time taking to speak to us and share your stories, David. It's brilliant to listen to you, as always. It really is.
It's good to see you guys. I remember you well, yeah. As I says to both of you, know, I says, young Davy here, you'll be a district master someday. He should be the district master person, my opinion. And that's my opinion. I mean, yourself, you know, there's been great men, great Orangemen, and some, you know, President Louise. And he can talk about young as Jason and John, Davy. It's good. It's good to see you still there, you know.
Oh, definitely.
So. I'm a warrior. I don't go down to meetings and so, but because I'm in my bed at 9 o'clock at night, so. And as I say, you can't go down anyway, such.
No, just these times.
You've not got the same interest. You've got your interest, but you can't just stand up and some people and talk about that. Some people go, put that on again. They don't want to know it, believe you me.
No, but we do appreciate it, so thanks again. And we do appreciate your
It's
stories.
been good to see his eyes. You come here anytime at all. Come here anytime at all. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Davy.
And, no, I'm going. All Betty's colours in there, my sweetheart. I'm just hoping, my dear, I meet her, yeah, again, yeah. Miss her very much. She gets harder and she got older, you know, and longer. And because I met Betty when she was 17.
17.
And she's the only girlfriend I've had. And she's my life. And yeah, probably. I mean, I've enjoyed my life, you can say that, you know. And I've been a lot of places. And I've been a lot of holidays with my wife Betty, I know, you know. But no, but the Orange Order's been always in my heart, always.
Definitely.
Even though I enjoyed it, I did enjoy it when I was a wee boy or that, and maybe 20s, something. And I was married when I was 19, and Betty, she was 19, I'm only 4 months older, Betty, and she was the same, but no, ever since I joined Orange Order, I've always met good guys, you know.
Oh, definitely.
You met some, well, you got that, quite a few, but there is a lot of good men and women, you know.
Oh, definitely.
I think so. I think it's a great thing to be in. But sad to say, I think it's drilling away in a way. It's getting down, you know. 173's not get empty, and it's kind of carry on, you know. And sad.
They try and bring more people in.
It's a big lodge stay, you know. But all the old troops are all in. These are the age are still there, but a lot of young ones I know. But 20 districts always been, well, big known.
Oh, definitely.
But a lot of the guys in Rutherglen, you know, they don't like Glasgow guys, you know. That's part of Glasgow, Chicago. But it was Glasgow Lodges that started it for Anderson's issue. And I actually read it in a wee magazine, all on yesterday's, was it, I think, and it tells you about the Rutherglen district, you know, when it started, so.
Mm-hmm.
And one time we used to have two ministers in number 12.
Aye.
Aye. Quite a lot of ministers in the Orange Lodge end.
Aye.
Gordon Jimison, he's good at that, you know, he could do a good job at that.
Definitely.
And that wee McFarlane, number 12, when he comes, you know, he's been a wee champ, he's been a champ for about 30 years.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
He's been for donkeys.
Hopefully these wee stories can show people out there that it's a lot more to the Orange Order than just parading. But again, thanks very much, Davey, for your time. We really do appreciate it, and we hope you keep well and safe. Thanks everyone who has watched today. Please remember, give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube to keep up to date with all our latest content. Next month we'll be joined by the man who followed Brother McFarlane as District Master, Brother Willie Elvin, as we continue our stories with the Orangemen from Rutherglen. Our town, our culture, our traditions, our history, our members. For the first time ever, the members of Rutherglen Orange and Purple District 20 can tell their stories to you as part of Rutherglen's first ever podcast. Join me, Jason Hamilton, as I meet the Orangemen from Rutherglen at 6 p.m. on the first Sunday of every month, live on the District's Facebook, Twitter and YouTube pages.
I'll sing a song of history long, a struggle for the borough we all love, the Rutherglen town, a town strong, whose people bear allegiance to the crown. In Rutherglen we've got Orangemen, whose patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the Orangemen and Rutherglen.